Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where rare coins, hidden treasures, and forgotten pieces of American history come back to life. Today's journey takes us deep into the fascinating world of United States Liberty 1-cent coins, focusing on the legendary 1970 D penny. This coin, often overlooked in pocket change, has a history that can surprise you and a market value that may leave you stunned. Stay tuned till the end, because by the time you finish this video, you'll never look at a simple penny the same way again. Let us begin with the history. The Liberty 1 cent, often recognized by collectors as the Lincoln penny, carries more than just a face of President Abraham Lincoln. It carries the story of America itself. First minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, this coin instantly became a symbol of freedom, hard work, and the American spirit. Over the decades, it has seen multiple changes in design, composition, and mint marks, but the 1970 D penny stands out as one of the most talked about and valuable in the collector's world. The year 1970 was a period of economic struggle, war overseas, and social change within the United States. At this time, the Denver Mint produced a large number of 1-cent coins, marked with the small letter D. Most of them were ordinary and spent years circulating in everyday life, buying candy, newspapers, or riding along in cash registers. But here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. Some of those coins carried minting varieties, double dies, and sharp errors that collectors now fight to own. Because of those small imperfections, a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent now holds a value that can climb to hundreds of thousands of dollars in the right condition. Collectors today are obsessed with details. A tiny doubling on the date, a mint mark struck a little differently, or a coin preserved in uncirculated condition can change the price dramatically. Imagine pulling a coin from your jar of old pennies, shining a light on it, and realizing that what you're holding could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house. That is the magic of the 1970 D Liberty 1 cent. Now let us talk about the market value. As of today, the 1970 D penny in rare mint state conditions has shocked collectors with auction prices reaching incredible levels. Believe it or not, the market has seen examples of this coin touch the value of $779,333. Yes, that is nearly $800,000 for a coin that most people would ignore on the street. This is not fantasy, this is reality in the coin world, where rarity, history, and condition combine to create treasures worth more than gold. The demand for Liberty 1 cent coins, especially the 1970 D, is not slowing down. Every year collectors and investors pay closer attention. Online auctions, coin shows, and private sales continue to drive the prices higher. Even coins that are not in perfect condition still carry impressive value. For example, a lightly circulated 1970 D penny can sell for hundreds of dollars, and a near mint or certified uncirculated piece can climb into the thousands. And when an extremely rare variety appears, the bidding wars ignite and collectors are willing to spend fortunes. But why is this coin so powerful in the market? The answer is simple. It is a mixture of history, rarity, and the passion of collectors. People are not only buying metal, they are buying a piece of the American story. They are holding a symbol that connects them to the past. They are investing in a coin that will only grow in value as time passes. So the next time you find yourself with a handful of change, take a careful look. That little penny with a D under the date could be the key to unlocking a hidden fortune. Clean out your drawers, search your piggy banks, and explore your family's old coin collections. Who knows, you might be sitting on a 1970 D Liberty 1 cent that could change your life. And remember, condition is everything. Coins that are graded and sealed by professional services such as PCGS or NGC hold the highest trust in the market. If you ever find a potential treasure, make sure to protect it, avoid cleaning it, and consider professional grading. One small mistake can reduce its value, but the right care can make it a true masterpiece. At JF Coin, our mission is to share this passion with you, to open the doors of knowledge, and to guide you in discovering the wealth hidden inside small copper and zinc pieces. The 1970 D Liberty 1 cent is more than a coin. It is a story of history, an artifact of struggle, and a symbol of wealth waiting to be uncovered. Before we end, let us recap. The Liberty 1 cent has been America's coin of the people since 1909. The 1970 D penny, especially with its rare varieties and minting errors, can hold a market value soaring up to $779,333. The key is condition, rarity, and proper identification. Keep your eyes open and never underestimate the value of a penny. Thank you for joining me today on JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins of the modern era, the Liberty 1 cent coin from the year 1978, minted in Denver, also known as the 1978 D penny. At first glance, This coin may look like an ordinary Lincoln cent that you might find in your pocket change, but behind its copper shine lies a story of history, rarity, and surprising value that could make collectors very excited. The Liberty 1 cent coin of 1978D belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, which first began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of this coin shows the famous profile portrait of President Lincoln, a design so iconic that it has become one of the most recognized images on American coinage. On the reverse side of the 1978 cent you will find the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum proudly displayed above the Lincoln Memorial. Even though these coins were minted in very large numbers, there are always certain years and certain mint marks that grab the attention of collectors, and the 1978 D is one of those coins. Now let us talk about the mint itself. The letter D represents the Denver Mint, which has produced billions of coins over the decades. In 1978 alone, the Denver Mint struck over 4.2 billion Lincoln cents. That number may sound massive, but here is where things get interesting. Not every coin survived in mint state condition. Many were circulated, scratched, damaged, or worn down in everyday transactions. Because of this, high-grade examples of the 1978 D Liberty 1 cent are not only scarce but also extremely valuable in the current coin market. Collectors always look for coins that are preserved in the best possible condition. A coin that comes straight from the mint with no scratches, no spots, and full original luster is considered mint state. Grading services like PCGS and NGC use a scale from 1 to 70, with MS70 being a perfect coin without a single flaw. Most 1978 D pennies that exist today are in circulated condition, worth only a cent or a few cents. But here is the big surprise. When you find a 1978 D in mint state 67 or higher, the value can skyrocket. At present market value, some of these top-graded coins have been selling for incredible amounts. The record prices have reached into the thousands, with certain rare examples being valued at over $700,000 in today's collector market. That is correct, a coin that originally cost only 1 cent is now worth more than many luxury cars. And the current estimated high value floating in the coin community is an astonishing $779,332. This is not just pocket change anymore, this is real treasure hiding in plain sight. But what makes these coins so valuable? The answer lies in rarity combined with condition. While billions of coins were made, only a tiny fraction remain in such pristine grades. Imagine finding a coin from 1978 that still looks as if it was struck yesterday, glowing with sharp details and brilliant luster. That is the kind of condition serious collectors are willing to pay massive amounts of money for. The history also adds to the charm. The late 1970s were a period of economic change in the United States. Inflation was rising, the cost of producing copper cents was increasing, and eventually, in 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny from nearly pure copper to a cheaper copper-plated zinc. That means coins like the 1978 D are among the last era of true copper cents. Each of these coins contains 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. Because of their metal content, even worn examples hold a little extra value as copper bullion. But for the rare uncirculated survivors, their collectible premium is far more exciting. For anyone watching this video, the lesson is clear. Do not ignore your pocket change. That ordinary-looking penny could actually be hiding extraordinary value. Always check for mint marks, always look for sharpness of detail, and if you come across a coin that looks especially well preserved, consider having it graded by a professional service. You never know, you could be holding on to a fortune without realizing it. Collectors also enjoy searching for varieties and errors in the 1978 D series. Some coins were struck with slight die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes. These unusual minting errors can also bring a premium in today's market. Even minor imperfections from the minting process can make a coin worth hundreds or thousands of dollars if the right collector wants it. So now you know the truth about the 1978 D Liberty 1 cent coin. It is more than just a piece of copper. It is a piece of American history, a reminder of Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy, and for some lucky collectors, it is a hidden jackpot waiting to be discovered. Whether you are new to coin collecting or a seasoned numismatist, the thrill of the hunt always continues. And coins like the 1978 D remind us that treasures still exist in the smallest and most unexpected places. Before we wrap up, let me give you a quick recap. The Liberty 1 cent 1978 D penny was minted in Denver with billions of examples produced. Most are common and only worth face value, but in superb condition, especially mint state 67 and above, the coin can be worth astonishing sums, with market values reported as high as $779,332. The key factors to check are condition, grade, and potential errors. Never underestimate what you might have in your collection or even in your pocket change. Thank you for joining me today on JF Coin, where we uncover the hidden worth of coins and share the passion of numismatics. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin, hit the like button, and share this with fellow collectors. Remember, knowledge is the true currency, and sometimes, even a penny can turn into a fortune. Stay tuned for our next video where we will continue to reveal the secrets of the coin world and explore more incredible stories of coins worth more than you can imagine. Until then, keep checking your change, keep collecting, and keep the spirit of history alive with every coin you discover. This is JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most eye-catching coins from the United States, the Liberty 1-cent coin from the year 1978. This little piece of copper might look ordinary at first glance, but once you learn its story, its hidden value, and its rising demand in today's market, you will be amazed at how much money such a simple coin can bring into the hands of collectors. The Liberty 1-cent coin has always carried a special place in American history. It represents the pride of a nation, the symbol of freedom, and the power of small denominations that shaped the American economy. By 1978, millions of pennies were minted, yet among these ordinary coins lie some truly extraordinary treasures. Collectors worldwide search for the rarest variations, the mint errors, the perfectly preserved pieces, and those with unique toning that give them a one-of-a-kind shine. You might be wondering what makes a 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin so valuable. The answer is not simple. First, condition matters more than anything. If a coin is worn out and circulated, its value might only be a few cents, but if you happen to find a coin in mint state condition, with no scratches and with sharp details, then the price immediately jumps. Collectors and grading services like PCGS or NGC classify these coins into grades ranging from good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, all the way up to mint state and proof. The higher the grade, the higher the value, but grading alone is not the only factor. Error coins from 1978 can change the entire story. A misstrike, an off-center strike, double die obverse, or even a planchet error can push the price into thousands. Some of these coins were accidentally minted with mistakes that went unnoticed at the time, but today they are considered precious gems. Now let us talk about the real numbers. While the average circulated Liberty 1-cent coin from 1978 may not bring much, the rare pieces in top condition and with unique errors are breaking records. Some reports show that certain examples have been valued at more than $779,331 in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1-cent coin, with the right combination of rarity, error, and preservation, can be worth nearly $800,000 today. Imagine holding something in your hand that looks like pocket change but is actually a fortune. The beauty of coin collecting is that treasures are often hiding in plain sight. Many people still have jars of old pennies sitting at home. Some are forgotten in drawers, some are lying in basements, and some are simply handed down from grandparents. Inside those forgotten collections might be a 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin worth more than gold. That is why it is always important to check your coins carefully. Another fascinating part of the 1978 penny's history is the transition in design and metal composition during that time. In the late 70s, the cost of copper was rising, and the U.S. Mint was already considering changes. These coins, made mostly of copper, have a unique weight and shine that makes them different from the later zinc pennies of the 1980s and beyond. This difference alone attracts collectors. Since copper coins are considered more valuable and more historic, collectors love these coins not just for their metal but for their story. Each Liberty 1-cent coin from 1978 is like a time capsule, holding within it the economic challenges, the minting technology, and the design legacy of that era. When you hold one, you are not just holding a piece of money, you are holding American history. The market for these coins is growing rapidly. Every year auctions around the world feature rare pennies, and bidders go wild trying to secure the most unique pieces. Online platforms are full of collectors searching for the best examples, and the competition drives the price higher. It is no surprise that a coin with a face value of 1 cent can reach nearly $800,000 when the demand is this high. So what should you do if you find a 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin? First, do not clean it, do not scratch it, and do not damage it in any way. Cleaning a coin can reduce its value dramatically. Instead, place it in a protective holder and get it graded by a professional service. Once your coin has a grade, you will know exactly where it stands in the market. Then you can choose to keep it as part of your collection or auction it for an incredible profit. ATJF Coin, our mission is to educate collectors and inspire people to look closer at the change in their pockets. You never know when a rare treasure might come your way. The Liberty 1-cent coin from 1978 is a shining example of how history, rarity, and condition come together to create immense value. From a penny worth almost nothing to a coin worth over $779,000, the journey of this coin is simply breathtaking. As we close today's video, remember that every coin has a story, every coin has potential, and sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe the next great discovery is already sitting in your wallet. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the Liberty 1-cent coin of the year 1981. This is not just an ordinary penny. This coin carries stories, history, hidden details, and in today's market it can be worth an unbelievable amount of money. Some collectors and auctions have seen values soar into hundreds of thousands, even touching a current market worth of over $779,329. That's right, a single cent with the potential to change your life. Stay tuned till the very end because I am going to explain not only the value but also the reasons why this coin is considered a shining star in the world of numismatics. The story of the Liberty 1 cent begins long before 1981. The roots of the American 1-cent coin go back to the very foundation of the United States Mint in 1793. These early large cents were made of pure copper and were almost the size of a modern half-dollar. Through the years the design changed, carrying symbols of freedom, prosperity, and the values upon which America was built. By the time we arrive in the 20th century, the penny had transformed into the famous Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. That design became one of the most recognized in the world. Now, what makes 1981 such a remarkable year? 1981 was the final full year that the Lincoln cent was struck in the traditional copper alloy of 95% copper and 5% zinc. In 1982 the United States Mint shifted to a new composition, with a zinc core and a thin copper coating to reduce costs. That means the 1981 cent stands as one of the last true heavy copper pennies, making it historically significant. Collectors always pay attention to transition years, and 1981 is right at the edge of that important change. When we talk about Liberty 1-cent coins of 1981, condition is everything. A coin in worn circulated condition might only carry a small premium above face value, but a coin in pristine uncirculated or proof condition can be valued at shocking amounts. Some 1981 proof coins with deep cameo contrast, struck at the San Francisco Mint, are especially prized. Error coins from this year are even more spectacular. Double strikes, off-center strikes, or coins with missing elements can push values sky high. Imagine holding what looks like a simple penny, but under the lens of a collector it becomes a rare artifact valued in the six-figure range. That is the magic of numismatics. Let's talk about the market numbers. The average 1981 penny might not seem special when you find it in your change, but rare mint state examples have been auctioned for extraordinary amounts. Current market valuations list some high-grade examples reaching into hundreds of thousands, and certain unique varieties reported at a jaw-dropping $779,329. Think about that for a second. A coin that was meant to be just 1 cent for daily use now carries the potential to be a life-changing discovery for someone who takes the time to look closely. So how do you know if your Liberty 1 cent from 1981 is valuable? First, check the mint mark. Pennies from Philadelphia will have no mint mark, while those from Denver will show a small D under the date, and those from San Francisco will carry an S. San Francisco proofs are often among the most valuable. Next, check the condition. Coins that are bright red in color, with no scratches and full sharp details, are much more valuable than dull or worn coins. Finally, look for errors or varieties. Double die obverse pennies, where the date or lettering looks doubled under magnification, are among the most famous and highly sought after. Collectors and investors alike are paying close attention to coins like the 1981 Liberty 1 cent because history shows that copper coins always attract value over time. With the rising price of copper metal itself and the nostalgia of the last pre-1982 heavy copper cent, demand will only grow. Imagine the story you could tell if you found one of these coins in your collection. Not only would you be holding a piece of American history, but also a potential fortune. The Liberty 1 cent of 1981 is more than just money. It is a connection to America's past, a symbol of change in the minting process, and a lesson in how small things can become treasures when preserved with care. Collectors around the world chase these coins not just for profit but for passion, for the love of history, and for the excitement of the hunt. That's why in today's coin market, this coin shines as one of the most exciting opportunities. So the next time you open an old jar of coins, or you inherit a box of pennies from a relative, or even when you get change from a store, take a closer look at that little copper coin. Because hidden among the ordinary could be the extraordinary, a 1981 Liberty 1 cent with the power to turn a penny into hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent and you want to learn more about rare coins, their history, and their surprising values, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin. Hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and leave a comment below telling us if you have ever found a 1981 penny in your collection. Your coin might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Remember, every coin has a story, and here at JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most eye-catching coins from the United States, the Liberty 1-cent coin from the year 1978. This little piece of copper might look ordinary at first glance, but once you learn its story, its hidden value, and its rising demand in today's market, you will be amazed at how much money such a simple coin can bring into the hands of collectors. The Liberty 1-cent coin has always carried a special place in American history. It represents the pride of a nation, the symbol of freedom, and the power of small denominations that shaped the American economy. By 1978, millions of pennies were minted, yet among these ordinary coins lie some truly extraordinary treasures. Collectors worldwide search for the rarest variations, the mint errors, the perfectly preserved pieces, and those with unique toning that give them a one-of-a-kind shine. You might be wondering what makes a 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin so valuable. The answer is not simple. First, condition matters more than anything. If a coin is worn out and circulated, its value might only be a few cents, but if you happen to find a coin in mint state condition, with no scratches and with sharp details, then the price immediately jumps. Collectors and grading services like PCGS or NGC classify these coins into grades ranging from good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, all the way up to mint state and proof. The higher the grade, the higher the value, but grading alone is not the only factor. Error coins from 1978 can change the entire story. A misstrike, an off-center strike, double die obverse, or even a planchet error can push the price into thousands. Some of these coins were accidentally minted with mistakes that went unnoticed at the time, but today they are considered precious gems. Now let us talk about the real numbers. While the average circulated Liberty 1-cent coin from 1978 may not bring much, the rare pieces in top condition and with unique errors are breaking records. Some reports show that certain examples have been valued at more than $779,331 in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1-cent coin, with the right combination of rarity, error, and preservation, can be worth nearly $800,000 today. Imagine holding something in your hand that looks like pocket change but is actually a fortune. The beauty of coin collecting is that treasures are often hiding in plain sight. Many people still have jars of old pennies sitting at home. Some are forgotten in drawers, some are lying in basements, and some are simply handed down from grandparents. Inside those forgotten collections might be a 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin worth more than gold. That is why it is always important to check your coins carefully. Another fascinating part of the 1978 penny's history is the transition in design and metal composition during that time. In the late 70s, the cost of copper was rising, and the U.S. Mint was already considering changes. These coins, made mostly of copper, have a unique weight and shine that makes them different from the later zinc pennies of the 1980s and beyond. This difference alone attracts collectors. Since copper coins are considered more valuable and more historic, collectors love these coins not just for their metal but for their story. Each Liberty 1-cent coin from 1978 is like a time capsule, holding within it the economic challenges, the minting technology, and the design legacy of that era. When you hold one, you are not just holding a piece of money, you are holding American history. The market for these coins is growing rapidly. Every year auctions around the world feature rare pennies, and bidders go wild trying to secure the most unique pieces. Online platforms are full of collectors searching for the best examples, and the competition drives the price higher. It is no surprise that a coin with a face value of 1 cent can reach nearly $800,000 when the demand is this high. So what should you do if you find a 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin? First, do not clean it, do not scratch it, and do not damage it in any way. Cleaning a coin can reduce its value dramatically. Instead, place it in a protective holder and get it graded by a professional service. Once your coin has a grade, you will know exactly where it stands in the market. Then you can choose to keep it as part of your collection or auction it for an incredible profit. At JF Coin, our mission is to educate collectors and inspire people to look closer at the change in their pockets. You never know when a rare treasure might come your way. The Liberty 1-cent coin from 1978 is a shining example of how history, rarity, and condition come together to create immense value. From a penny worth almost nothing to a coin worth over $779,000, the journey of this coin is simply breathtaking. As we close today's video, remember that every coin has a story, every coin has potential, and sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe the next great discovery is already sitting in your wallet. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are going to explore one of the most exciting and highly collected coins from the United States, the Liberty 1-cent coin, especially the 1990 issue that continues to capture the hearts of coin collectors all over the world. You will be surprised to know how much history, mystery, and hidden value is locked inside these small copper treasures. By the end of this video, you will understand why a simple-looking coin can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and how the 1990 Liberty 1-cent coin has reached a current market value of over $779,328. Yes, you heard that correctly. This small penny-sized coin is now trading in the collector's market for a value that can completely change someone's life. To begin, let us take a journey back in history. The Liberty 1-cent coin is rooted deep in the tradition of American coinage. The earliest 1-cent coins appeared at the end of the 18th century, representing freedom, progress, and the spirit of a young nation. Over the years, the design of the 1-cent coin has seen many transformations, but every design carried the message of liberty, justice, and strength. By 1990, the coinage system of the United States had already become famous worldwide, and the Liberty 1-cent coin of this year became a remarkable piece that today has become one of the most talked about collectibles. Now, what makes the 1990 Liberty 1-cent coin so special? It is not just a simple piece of copper. It is a symbol of history, artistry, and rarity. Many people do not realize that coins are like fingerprints of the past. Each one carries marks of its time, unique strikes, minting errors, and even variations that can make one coin different from another. In the case of the 1990 Liberty 1-cent coin, certain rare issues and minting conditions have turned it into a treasure. Some of these coins are in such pristine condition that they shine with almost mirror-like surfaces, a condition known as proof or mint state. Collectors all over the world search for these coins because they know the value will only rise with time. Let us now talk about the money side, because this is where the excitement begins. The Liberty 1-cent coin of 1990 has surprised even the most experienced numismatists. While an ordinary coin from circulation may not be worth much more than its face value, a rare piece in perfect condition has reached shocking numbers in auctions and private sales. The current market has recorded values of up to $779,328. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, something that was once used for a simple purchase of candy or newspaper, and now it has turned into a fortune. This is the magic of coin collecting. Why such a high value? There are several reasons. First, rarity is the king in numismatics. The fewer coins available in the highest quality, the more collectors will compete to own them. Second, history gives meaning. The Liberty design connects directly to the foundation of American ideals, making it more than just metal. It becomes a piece of identity and heritage. Third, the condition of the coin can multiply its value many times over. A coin graded at the highest levels by professional grading services becomes a star attraction at auctions. And finally, demand drives the market. When collectors know a coin is special, they are willing to pay almost any amount to add it to their collection. Now let us imagine the collector's journey. A person finds a 1990 Liberty 1-cent coin in a forgotten jar, or perhaps passed down from a relative. At first it looks ordinary, but after examination, they discover it has rare characteristics. They send it for grading, it comes back with a top-level certification, and suddenly this coin that once looked simple is now a gateway to wealth. Stories like these inspire people all around the world to start looking carefully at their change, their piggy banks, and their old boxes of coins. Here at JF Coin, we always remind our viewers that every coin has potential. The Liberty 1-cent is a perfect example. Its journey from 1793 to the modern day has been incredible. The 1990 issue, in particular, has proven that patience and knowledge can reward collectors with unbelievable value. It also teaches us that coins are not just money, they are history you can hold in your hand. As the market continues to grow, experts believe that rare Liberty 1-cent coins will only become more valuable. Collectors from Europe, Asia, and across America are competing in online auctions, driving the prices higher and higher. The 1990 Liberty 1-cent is becoming legendary in numismatic circles, and its story is still being written as values rise with every major sale. So the next time you hold a penny in your hand, remember this story. It could be that you are holding not just a small coin, but a treasure waiting to be discovered. Keep your eyes open, check your coins carefully, and never underestimate the power of history hidden in these little pieces of copper. This is JF Coin. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, a coin that at first glance may look ordinary, but in reality, it carries a value that can shock anyone. Yes, we are talking about the Liberty 1-cent coin, specifically the 1992 D edition, a coin that is now creating waves in the coin market because of its rarity, history, and unbelievable worth. Let us begin with the basics. The Liberty 1-cent coin has been a part of American numismatic history for over a century. For collectors, every year and every mint mark carries a unique story, and the 1992 D Liberty 1-cent is no exception. At first sight, this coin looks just like any other penny you might spend at the grocery store, but here is where the real story begins. This coin, minted in Denver in the year 1992, hides details that make it not just another piece of copper-plated zinc, but a treasure waiting to be discovered. So what makes the 1992 D Liberty 1-cent coin so special? It is all about its design, rarity, and condition. In the world of coin collecting, even the smallest change in a design or the tiniest minting error can transform a coin from a simple cent into a high-value collectible worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the 1992D has precisely that magic. During the early 1990s, the United States Mint was experimenting with new designs and making transitions in the Lincoln Cent series. The 1992 coins became famous for what collectors call the close AM and wide AM varieties. The space between the A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the coin is the key detail. The 1992D close AM Liberty 1 cent is extremely rare and highly sought after. If you hold one in pristine condition, you are not holding just 1 cent, you are holding a fortune. Now let us talk about its current market value. A regular 1992D penny in circulation may be worth only a cent or slightly more, but the rare variety with the close AM has reached jaw-dropping prices in auctions and private sales. Recently, collectors have been paying over $700,000 for a single piece. Imagine that. A coin minted for just 1 cent, something you could easily overlook, suddenly carrying a value of over $779,327 in today's market. That is the beauty of coin collecting, and that is why we at JF Coin love to bring you these hidden treasures. Think about this for a moment. How many times have you looked at your pennies and thought they were worthless? Most of us throw them into jars, ignore them, or even lose them under the couch. But the truth is, every penny has a story, and some pennies, like the 1992D Liberty 1 cent, can change your life. Now let us take a moment to go back in history. The Liberty 1 cent has its roots in the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait has appeared on the cent since 1909. Over the decades, the coin has evolved in design, composition, and detail. By 1992, the mint was already preparing for the 1993 transition, and in the process, certain dies were created with small differences. Those differences gave birth to the legendary 1992 close AM variety. Because so few were minted, finding one today is like finding a needle in a haystack. And yet, there are lucky individuals who have stumbled across one of these coins in their change. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is a form of treasure hunting. Every coin you examine can be a window into history, and sometimes, it can be your ticket to incredible wealth. Imagine the excitement of finding a 1992D Liberty 1 cent close AM in your pocket, a coin that could sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the thrill of numismatics. Let us now consider condition. Collectors value coins based on rarity, demand, and grade. A coin graded mint state, with no scratches, no wear, and a beautiful original luster, will fetch the highest price. The 1992D Liberty 1 cent in mint state condition is nearly impossible to find, which is exactly why prices skyrocket at auctions. Coins in slightly lower grades are still worth thousands, but the best of the best are worth fortunes. At JF Coin, we encourage everyone watching this video to check your coins carefully. Look closely at every detail. Study the space between the letters. Inspect the year. Learn about the varieties. Because the next great discovery could be sitting right in your hand, the current coin market is hotter than ever. Collectors around the world are searching for rare varieties, and demand for coins like the 1992D Liberty 1 cent is only increasing. With inflation and economic uncertainty, people are turning to collectibles, precious metals, and rare items as safe investments. This has pushed the prices of rare coins higher than ever before. If you have this coin, you are sitting on a treasure that could only increase in value with time. So my friends, the next time you see a penny, do not dismiss it. Remember that inside every coin lies a story, and some stories are worth fortunes. The 1992D Liberty 1 cent close AM is living proof of that. From a simple 1 cent coin to a market value of $779,327, this is a journey that inspires collectors everywhere. Before we wrap up, let me remind you that coin collecting is about more than just money. It is about preserving history, connecting with the past, and appreciating the art and effort that went into minting every single coin. Owning a piece like the 1992D Liberty 1 cent is like holding a part of American history in your hand, a small object that carries immense cultural and financial value. Thank you for watching JF Coin.